Morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So, in the last lecture, uh, we have discussed certain results about uniform continuity. So, suppose you have given two functions f and g on x which are uniformly continuous, then we have given the answer about uniform continuity of f plus g, f minus g, f into g, 1 upon f, etc. And we have also seen very important result regarding uniform continuity. Suppose we have given function f on closed interval ab, then it is always uniformly continuous. So these are all very important results of uniform continuity. And many times in competitive examination, uh, question from uniform continuity has been asked. So this is a very important topic for examination purpose also. Also, we have seen that continuity is a local property and uniform continuity is a global property. In this, uh, it means that suppose f is uniformly continuous on x, what does it mean? Whenever x and y are very close to each other, fx and fy are close to each other, or whenever x1 and x2 are close to each other, fx1 and fx2 are close to each other. So uniform continuity at a point is meaningless. We have defined uniform continuity of a function on set, whole set, and we have defined continuity of a function at certain point. Okay, so this is a basic difference. And also we have seen that every uniformly continuous function is continuous. Okay, so now let me just state two important results. I will not give the proof of these results, but they are very important for uh, solving the example. So recall that f from x to r is uniformly continuous if for every epsilon greater than 0, the range delta greater than 0, so that for all xy from x with mod of x minus y is less than delta implies mod of fx minus fy is less than epsilon. And this is true for all xy belongs to x with mod of x minus y is less than delta. So this is about uniform continuity. And also we have proved that if I replace x by closed interval ab and suppose f is continuous, then it is uniformly continuous. Second one is this: every continuous uniformly continuous function is continuous. The third one is this: every continuous function on closed interval is uniformly continuous. Every ellipsis function is is uniformly continuous. By the way, Abhay, what is Lipschitz function?
Sir.
Yes? Area. So what is Lipschitz function?
Yes, sir.
What is Lipschitz function?
There exists k greater than 0 such that mod of f of x minus f of y less than k into mod of x minus y.
Yes, very good. Suppose f is a function from, let us say, x to r. If there exists k greater than 0, so that mod of fx minus fy less than or equal to k times mod of x minus y. For every xy belongs to x, then f is said to be Lipschitz function. And we have proved that every Lipschitz function is uniformly continuous. Differentiable function, every differentiable function whose derivative is bounded. Is bounded is uniformly continuous. So there are differentiable functions which are not uniformly continuous, but if I take differentiable function with derivative function is bounded, then it is always uniformly continuous. Now let me state very important result. If f from x to r is uniformly continuous on x, so let me take, let f from x to r be uniformly continuous function on x. Then prove that f maps Cauchy sequence to Cauchy sequence. What does this mean? That is, if xn is a Cauchy sequence in x, then fxn, this sequence, is a Cauchy sequence in R. So if f is uniformly continuous, then this is always true. The next one is this. Let me consider f from closed interval, open interval ab to r be a function, be a continuous function. Let me take. Then f is uniformly continuous if and only at endpoints function, we can define function at a and b, and f is continuous at point a and b. If and only if f can be defined at endpoints a and b such that extension function, extended function, such that is continuous on AB. Suppose I have given continuous function on open interval AB, and suppose I want to check its uniform continuity. So only you need to check this. Function should be defined at A and B. That means that we can redefine, or we can define function at point A and B so that this extended function f is continuous on A, close interval AB, or you can extend continuously f on close interval AB. Now see, we have already shown that every continuous function on closed interval AB is uniformly continuous. Therefore, if I take extended function g, let us say the extended function is g, मैं g बोल देता हूँ, g from closed interval AB to R, continuous है तो obviously that will be uniformly continuous by previous result, and hence f becomes continuous. So this is a very important result. Let me show one example based on this. Let us take so let me take e raised to x. F from open interval 0, 1 to R be defined as fx equal to e raised to x. X belongs to open interval 0 to 1. Is f uniformly continuous on open interval 0, 1? Suppose they have asked for uniform continuity on closed interval, then obviously this is, suppose f is a function from closed interval 0, 1 to R, and suppose fx equal to e raised to x, then definitely it will be uniformly continuous, because every continuous function on closed interval is uniformly continuous. But here the function is defined for open interval 0 to 1, and they have asked for uniform continuity. Okay, so the mapping is like this: fx is equal to e raised to x, x belongs to open interval 0 to 1. Now clearly f is continuous on open interval 0, 1, because it is a differentiable function. You can find out derivative of e raised to x. So now you just need to define function at 0 and 1 so that it becomes continuous. Now define f of 0. What should I take the value? F of 0 I should take in such a way that x tends to 0 plus. See, why I have taken 0 plus? Due to this reason. This is 0 and this is 1. Okay, I am trying to define function on closed interval 0, 1. Okay, so we want to define function from closed interval 0, 1 to R. Okay, so there are two ways to approach point 0, from left side and from right side. तो हमें पता कहाँ पे है? राइट साइड से ही लिमिट की, यहाँ पे लेफ्ट साइड से कुछ वैल्यू पता नहीं है, ठीक है, 0. सो आई हैव टेकन x टेंड्स टू 0 प्लस. I want this to be continuous, that's why I should take f of 0 to be 1. Okay, and f1. Now tell me, what should I take here? Limit x tends to 1 minus or 1 plus? Abhay?
Yes, sir.
Here I should take 1. समझ में आ रहा है मैंने क्यों लिया 1 माइनस?
हाँ सर.
क्योंकि ये इंटरवल है कौन सा वाला? ये. So you can approach 0 by from this way, and you can approach 1 from this way. So e raised to 1 if you put. So you can, I mean, you can define so that it becomes continuous. F is uniformly continuous. Okay. Now let me take one more example. Fx equal to x sine 1 by x. Okay. Now the question is this: uniformly continuous on 0, 1. Here also uniformly continuous on 0, 1. Okay. So now can anyone give the answer? By the way, is f continuous first? What
Yes,
do
sir.
you say, Vaibhav?
Yes, sir.
What do you say about this function? Is f continuous? On open interval 0, 1. Of course it is continuous. How can you show? Let's just begin with epsilon greater than 0. And by the way, you can differentiate also this one. So we want to find out delta greater than 0 such that whenever modulus of x minus a less than delta implies fx minus fa less than epsilon. So let us estimate this quantity. So now consider fx minus fa. Fx means, what is fx? X sine by the way, it is obviously, we can find out its what is f dash x in this interval. ये प्रोसीजर करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है क्योंकि ये डायरेक्टली आप लिख सकते हैं, और लिमिट आपको निकालनी है तो ये एप्सिलॉन डेल्टा की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं, ये डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाएगा थोड़ी। लेकिन देखिए ये आप कह सकते हैं बाय सैंडविच थ्योरम। देखिए ये डेरिवेटिव क्या है इसका, बाय द वे एफ डैश एक्स for x belongs to open interval 0, 1. First keep x as it is. What is the derivative of sine x? It's just cos x. And what is the derivative of cos x? Minus 1 by x square. Plus I will keep sine 1 by x as it is, and derivative of x is just 1. So x gets cancelled, so minus 1 by x cos 1 upon x plus sine 1 upon x. And this makes sense. Okay, so you can find out derivative. Every term makes sense if your x is from this open interval 0, 1. यहाँ पे कोई भी x लेंगे तो ये क्वांटिटी आप ऑलवेज फाइंड कर सकेंगे. Therefore f is differentiable on open interval 0, 1. Hence it is continuous. So we are looking for uniform continuity. So we want to extend continuously this function on closed interval AB. So tell me, what should I take f of 0? बताइए मुझे 0 के आगे f of 1 क्या लेना चाहिए? f of 1 में ये ऐसा लेना चाहिए कि ये फंक्शन कंटिन्यूस हो जाए. तो आप जस्ट टेक x इक्वल टू 1. एंड व्हाट शुड आई टेक f of 0? f of 0 क्या लेना चाहिए मुझे बताइए. In order to make this continuous,
0.
I should take this limit x tends to 0 plus fx. I want to make this function to be continuous. So ये लिमिट आपको पता होनी चाहिए. ये कितनी है? देखिए, the reason is this. 0 less than or equal to mod x sine 1 by x, and sine x is always less than or equal to x. So by taking limit x tends to 0, x ये लिमिट क्या हो जाएगी? 0. यहाँ पे 0 है. So by Sandwich theorem this limit is 0. Due to this reason I have taken f of 0 equal to 0, and f of 1 is nothing but limit x tends to 1 sine x sine 1 by x. See, so I can make this function continuous on closed interval AB. So f can be extended continuously on closed interval AB. Hence it is uniformly continuous on open interval 0, 1. ये एंड पॉइंट्स के आगे आप कंटिन्यूसली एक्सटेंड कर सकेंगे तो वो यूनिफॉर्म कंटिन्यूस हो जाए. यही है एप्लीकेशन ये रिजल्ट की. तो भाई ये देखिए, एफ एक्स इक्वल टू ई रेस टू माइनस 1 अपॉन एक्स. Suppose my function is defined in this way: x belongs to is f uniformly continuous on. So what do you say, Abhay?
Sir,
Yes,
it is continuous.
uniformly continuous. Yes or no?
इसको मूवी वाला तो पता नहीं पर सिर्फ कंटिन्यूस है.
Continuous है, right. So my function is f from open interval 0, 1 to r, and the definition of the function is e raised to minus 1 by x. Clearly f is continuous. Since f is differentiable, on open interval 0, 1, it is continuous on 0, 1. So now what should I take f of 1? Tell me. I want continuous extension on closed interval 0, 1. So I should define f of 1. So what should I take f of 1 so that f becomes continuous at 1? We go. Tell me this value.
1 upon e.
Yes, very good. Just put x equal to 1. So e raised to minus 1, so 1 by e. And what should I take f of 0? Bye.
हाँ सर.
Tell me what should I take
Fine.
f of 0 so that f becomes continuous at 0? A limit, just take limit x tends to 0 fx. If you take x tends to 0, 1 upon x goes to, actually this is nothing
Fine.
but 1 upon e raised to 1 by x. The reason is this, note that limit x tends to 0 plus fx is equal to limit x tends to 0 plus e raised to minus 1 by x. So this is nothing but 1 upon x. So 1 upon x, x tends to 0, this goes to infinity, and 1 upon infinity, that is 0, and which is f of 0. What does this mean? F is continuous on, hence it is clear. So this is about uniform continuity. Okay. So now this chapter is over. So let's begin new chapter. That is last unit of your course. Name of the chapter is differentiation. It is very easy chapter, and there are few theorems in this chapter, differentiation. So let us see differentiation. All of you are aware of differentiation, okay? So first of all, let me define the definition of derivative. Okay, so let f is a function or let f be a function from open interval ab to r be a function and c is a point from open interval ab. If limit x tends to c fx minus fc upon x minus c exists, then f is said to be differentiable at point C. And value of this limit is called the derivative of f at C. At point C, and it is denoted by what is the symbol for this, Shreyansh? F dash C.
Yes, sir.
So we denote this derivative by f dash C, and the process of finding the value of f dash C is known as differentiation. So what is differentiation? कोई आपको पूछे कि भाई डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है, तो आपको क्या आंसर देना है? वो प्रोसेस है। डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है?
एक प्रोसेस है।
हाँ, प्रोसेस है। ईडर क्या है वैभव?
शहर है।
हाँ, शहर है। इसी तरह डिफरेंशिएशन क्या है? कि डिफरेंशिएशन है तो एक प्रोसेस है। डेरिवेटिव फाइंड करने की प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? डिफरेंशिएशन बोलते हैं। ओके, सो दैट इज, now let me take some remark. We have f dash c. F dash c is nothing but limit x tends to c fx minus fc upon x minus c. So now let me assume x minus c is equal to h. Then as x tends to c implies if x is approaches to c or x is close to c, h tends to which number? Can anybody give the answer? तो बता सकता है? As x tends to c, h tends to
0.
0, yes. And also x is equal to c plus h if I bring c on right side. Therefore, what is f dash c? Limit x tends to c implies h tends to 0. So limit h tends to 0. Now x is equal to c plus h. So f of c plus h, I will keep c as it is upon x minus c equal to h. So many times we define derivative in this way also. F dash c is equal to limit h tends to 0 f of c plus h minus f of c upon h. Okay. So if f from open interval ab to r is differentiable on open interval ab, that is every point of ab, then we define that is f is differentiable at every point of open interval ab, then we define new function f from ab to open interval ab to r. See how I define. If you take x from open interval ab, okay, then you can find out f dash x since f is differentiable. So x goes to f dash x. We will give name of this new function as capital Fx. So fx is equal to f dash x. Why I can define? Because f dash x exists for all x belongs to open interval ab. Limit t tends to x, since this is limit f dash x, t tends to x, ft minus fx upon t minus x. Okay, so fx is equal to capital Fx equal to small f dash x, and f is called a derived function. Okay, so now let me consider one example. Let f from r to r, let me take fx equal to sine x. What is derivative of sine x? Prove that f is differentiable on r. So let me first of all write down the definition. F is a function from r to r. Fx is defined in this way. Fx equal to sine x, x belongs to r. I want to show that f is differentiable on whole of r. So let me take some point. Claim. This is my claim. F is differentiable on r. So I should show that f is differentiable at every point of r. So from where I should begin? Let me take x belongs to r be arbitrary point. Do you understand why I have taken x belongs to r arbitrary? Because I want to prove that f is differentiable at every point of. So if when I can say that f is differentiable at x, if this limit exists, if limit t tends to x, ft minus fx upon t minus x exists, then I can say that it is differentiable. So from where I should begin? From this limit. Okay, so let us consider this limit. Limit t tends to x, ft minus fx upon t minus x is equal to limit t tends to x, ft is sin t minus sin x upon t minus x. Okay, now look at this. Sin t minus sin x, s minus s is equal to 2cs. Am I right? 2cs. Vaibhav,
हाँ सर.
the reason is this: s minus s is equal to 2cs. So now can anyone give the answer of this limit?
Cos x.
Yes, cos x. Very good. Why cos x? See,
T
now
minus x upon 2 ले लेते हैं. लिमिट t टेंस टू x sin t माइनस x बाई 2 अपॉन t माइनस x बाई 2 वो 1 हो जाएगा. फिर
yes,
cos
very
में t के बदले x डाल देंगे.
you are right. So let me separate this limit. 2 is constant, so it can be taken outside of the limits. Limit t tends to x. So let me just remove t from here. So I will first write down cos t plus x by 2. So limit t tends to x. Now I will write down here sin t minus x by 2 upon t minus x is there, so t minus x by 2. The reason is this: limit of x tends to fx. So we have applied algebra of limit. Okay, so now look at this. Now just put t equal to x, and that will be the answer of this limit. So if you put t equal to x, you will get just cos 2x by 2, that is 2 gets cancelled, so cos x, and limit theta tends to 0 sin theta upon theta. So here theta is t minus x upon 2. Since t tends to x, t minus x upon 2 tends to 0, so this becomes 1. The reason is this: limit theta tends to 0 sin theta upon theta is equal to 1. So the answer is cos x. So this limit exists. Therefore f is differentiable at x, and x is our arbitrary point, and f dash x, this value f dash x is just cos x. Therefore you can say that f is differentiable at every x belongs to, since it is arbitrary point. Okay, now let me take next example. F from r plus 2 and fx is equal to log x base e. Prove that f is differentiable on r plus. Okay, so I should show that f is differentiable at every point of. So let's see. F is a function from r plus to r, and what is the definition? F of x is equal to log x base e. I want to show that f is differentiable on r, so it should be differentiable at every point of r plus. I mean, I want to show that f is differentiable on r plus. So let us take one point be arbitrary. Now we will use second definition of derivative. So we will use this. Many times f dash x is also known as by this definition. Limit x tends to 0 or h tends to 0 x plus h. F dash x is nothing but limit h tends to 0 x plus h minus fx upon h. So we should consider this limit, and it should exist. So consider this limit. Limit h tends to 0 f of x plus h minus fx upon h. So this is nothing but limit h tends to 0. What is f of x plus h? This is log of x plus h base e minus log x base. This is equal to limit h tends to 0 x log x minus log y. Use the property of log. Log of x plus h upon x base e upon h. Limit h tends to 0. Now you can bring h in this power also, in the power of x plus h. So this is nothing but 1 plus h by x raised to 1 by h, and base is e. Do you understand? Abhay, do you understand why?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let me again write down this limit h tends to 0 log base e 1 plus h by x. Here h by x, so I need here x upon h. So let me take x by h. So I should take 1 upon x power, isn't it? So x gets cancelled and you will get as 1 by h. So now can anyone give me the limit of this expression 1 plus, since log is continuous function, it can be taken outside of this limit. So 1 plus h by x raised to x upon h raised to 1 by x. So what is the limit of this inside function?
1.
Not 1, e raised to 1 upon x. The reason is this: limit x tends to infinity, n tends to infinity, 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n. See, we have seen this. Let me just write down n in place of x so that you will get clear cut idea. 1 plus 1 upon n raised to n. We have proved that this is a convergent sequence and limit of this is e. E is irrational number. याद है आपको, हमने सीक्वेंस में प्रूव किया था, वी हैव शोन दैट दिस इज अ मोनोटोनिकली इंक्रीजिंग और डिक्रीजिंग। याद है आपको हमने क्या प्रूव किया था? दिस इज मोनोटोनिकली इंक्रीजिंग एंड बाउंडेड एबोव। याद है कि नहीं है?
हाँ सर।
तो यहाँ पे देखिए h टेंस टू 0 है और यहाँ तो n टेंस टू इन्फिनिटी है। n टेंस टू इन्फिनिटी है तो 1/n टेंस टू क्या हो जाएगा? 1/n टेंस टू 0। तो 1/h टेंस टू इन्फिनिटी। यहाँ पे देखिए 1/h मीन्स ये यहाँ पे न्यूमरेटर में, सो दिस लिमिट इज, so you can bring 1/x here and log e base e is 1. So therefore this limit exists. Therefore what is f dash x? And f is differentiable. Okay. Next, suppose f is differentiable function on open interval ab, then it is continuous on open interval ab. So this is a very important result. Every differentiable function is continuous. Okay, so let me prove this. If f from ab to r is differentiable, then prove that f is continuous at c. If f from open interval ab to r is differentiable at c belongs to ab, then prove that f is continuous at c. Okay, so in general every differentiable function is continuous. Okay, so this is a very important result. So what is my claim? I want to show that f is here f from open interval ab to r and c belongs to ab, f is differentiable at c. What is my claim? F is continuous at point c. That is, what should I prove? I should evaluate this limit x tends to c, fx equal to, this limit equal to f of c, then I can say that f is continuous at c. So I should begin with this limit. Okay, limit x tends to c, or you can say that, or you need to show this limit x tends to c, fx minus fc, this must equal to, this limit must equal to 0, isn't it? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I have given that since f is differentiable at c, what is f dash c? F dash c is equal to limit x tends to c, fx minus fc upon x minus c. So now let me say this to be 1. Now I want to show that this limit is 0. Now so consider this limit x tends to c, fx minus fc. Okay. Now I want to find out this limit with the help of this. So I know limit of fx minus fc upon x minus c, but I don't know the limit of this. Okay. So what should I do to get this quantity? Can anyone give the idea? What should I do now? What should I do to bring x minus c in denominator?
ગુણીને ભાગી દેવાના.
Yes, very good. So now this is equal to limit x tends to c fx minus fc upon x minus c into limit x tends to c okay. Do you understand algebra of limit? So by 1 this is nothing but f dash c, and as x tends to c this becomes 0 if you put c in place of x. So this is equal to 0. Therefore limit x tends to c fx minus fc equal to 0. So now this is a constant function, so its limit is fc. So limit x tends to c f of x is equal to f of c, or you can say that f is continuous at point c. So in general every differentiable function is continuous. Converse of this is not true in general. Okay, we will see the converse in the next lecture. Okay, we stop our discussion here.